What's up, everybody? My name is Sergey. I'm a history teacher, and in this video, I will talk about the political parties in our country, in Estonia, after the fall of the Soviet Union. So let's get into it. So during the Soviet times, from 1940 to 1941, and then from 1944 to 1991, there was officially one single political party in our country. It was the Communist Party of the Soviet Union. Yes, there was the local chapter, the Estonian Communist Party, but of course it had no independence. It was completely under Moscow's control. Now, it's true that during the last years of the USSR, since the late 1980s, independent political organizations did start to spring up in Estonia, but generally, during the Soviet time, there was only one political party. So in 1988, the People's Front was established. It supported broadening the autonomy of the Estonian Soviet Socialist Republic within the USSR. It did not demand the reestablishment of the Estonian independence right away, but and in 1991, on the basis of the People's Front, a new party was established. It was the Center Party. Center Party continues to be one of the more prominent parties in our country, and right now it's a part of the coalition in our capital, in Tallinn. A few years later, in the 1990s, the mainstream Liberal Party was established, the Reform Party. Reform Party heads the coalition in our country. Our Prime Minister is a member of the Reform Party, Kristen Michal. All right, so another more right-wing political environment or political organization that formed in the late 1980s, in 1992 ultimately became the Fatherland Party. A bit later, in 2006, the Fatherland Party joined forces with a, I guess, more liberal political party, the Respublika Party, and they formed the IRL, Isamaa ja Respublika Liit, the union of Isamaa and Respublika. And then a few years later, this political party renamed itself, shortened its name to simply Fatherland, to simply Isamaa. Right now, Isamaa is one of the most, if not the most, popular political party in our country. This video is being recorded in February of 2026. So the Center Party is, I would say, leftist in terms of economy. The Center Party supports increasing pensions for the elderly, supports a certain government intervention or government participation in the economy with the aim of assisting a more, shall we say, equal redistribution of resources in the country. But another party which is also leftist is the Estonian Social Democratic Party. Right now, the Estonian Social Democratic Party is in the opposition. Throughout the 1990s, and actually up until 2011, another right-wing political party had operated in our country. It was the People's Union, Rahvaliit. It was associated with more agrarian interests. And in 2011, when during one of the elections, the People's Union acquired a very small percentage of the votes, it decided to establish a new party, EKRE, the Estonian Conservative People's Party. In our country, EKRE is considered to be a very right-wing and kind of right populist party. One of the reasons why some members of the Fatherland Party decided to leave Fatherland, Isamaa, in 2022 and establish a new political party, the right, parempoolsed, was the decision of Fatherland to join the coalition of the Center Party and EKRE. In the view of some of the Fatherland Party members, having to deal with EKRE was inappropriate because EKRE was according to them, too right-wing, too nationalist. So in 2022, a new political party was established to the right. Right now, it seems that they will get into our parliament. Riigikogu as the result of the next parliamentary elections. So we'll see what happens. Another political party established by those who left the more major political organizations was Estonia 200. Estonia 200 is a liberal and social liberal party. Right now it's a part of the coalition along with the Reform Party. The Reform Party is pretty right-wing. It's liberal, you know, supporting kind of individual initiative, individual responsibility for one's welfare. If someone is rich, they should not necessarily give their money to the poor. The poor should have the opportunity to take the initiative into their own hands and improve their well-being. So that's, you know, very kind of liberal right-wing logic. Estonia 200 generally subscribes to that logic, but it's a bit more social liberal. There is some talk of equality in this party. Right now it's going through pretty hard times. Its popularity is around 1%. There is talk of Estonia 200 joining forces with another party and establishing some new party. But right now, Estonia 200 is a part of the coalition in our country. Kristina Kallas is the Minister of Education. Yet another right-wing party is the Freedom Party. It doesn't enjoy any particular popularity in our society. It does not have any of its members in our parliament, in Riigikogu, and we'll see what happens to that party as well, I guess. And finally, the Estonian Greens, unlike Germany, for example, where the Greens have a pretty strong influence on politics in our country, the Greens have never been able to, I feel, establish themselves as a prominent, popular political organization. At least nowadays, they don't have any representation in our parliament. I would also like to point out that the political parties have obviously used various objects and products to promote themselves during the election campaigns. It's not just, you know, the obvious pens and pencils, but chocolate bars or lip balms, or light reflectors, which are very common in our country, and in fact, we are required by law to wear them. All right, guys, well, thank you very much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.